All right, so I figured I'd go through the ordering process and kind of talk through things that I've learned so far. I'm probably about halfway done with the build here. But here's the website. I chose the full version, which you see here. There are other options like the 32 that's a bit smaller, but this that we're talking through is considered the full size and would rival the size of a standard cabinet. So it looks like there's still free shipping, so that's awesome. Also, during the ordering process, if you keep this in your cart for, I think it was like three to 5 days, you'll get a 5% coupon code. So though not sizable, right, it's something because after you get this cabinet, you will be buying little things here and there throughout the project. The graphic wrap, I chose to not have the graphics because I thought we would have templates come along with the package, but that's not true. You have to pay for the templates as well. And I discovered that if you buy the artwork package, they have a small sampling of existing art, or you can create your own with the templates that they provide. I didn't figure that out until after I ordered, so that 5% discount did not go towards the artwork, unfortunately. But I did the full wrap with art blades. This next bit is the lockdown bar. I chose the LCD video apron and with the fire button. The DMD cutouts, I chose the 15.6, and then the panels, the cutouts. I really chose all the buttons. What I learned is the pinball arcade games, they need the arrow buttons, so that little like star or diamond looking shape of the buttons in the bottom picture here, those are the arrows, and very likely only going to be used during pinball arcade and such. But I chose both of these. I chose the plunger, which is the triangle, the USB button. So this is going to be handy when I choose to use a keyboard or mouse, and the coin door. For the controls here, I chose nothing. This is mostly for the pincade per se, right? If you wanted to use arcade sticks and buttons on the apron itself. So I skipped that. Same with the buttons themselves. I didn't choose these. I found that Cleveland Design, who is in the pinball scene, he's got all the fixings. There's a builder's kit, which there are 3 different levels to that, and this supplies you with the buttons, it supplies you with the boards, it supplies you with literally everything. So this process is to get the cabinet, and then there's a process to get the monitors, and then there's a process to get the boards and such, right? But for what it is, with what I've learned, is that Cleveland Design, it's like a one-stop shop. Like it's all the guts that are inside your cabinet. So it would be redundant to get this stuff here, and it's, I don't know, it might be higher quality stuff just because it's premium items, I suppose. These buttons are, there's nothing wrong with these buttons. Like, these are standard arcade buttons. We're talking buttons here. The legs, I chose the black legs, and if I were doing it again, I'd probably skip these and then just go to Pinball Life and buy the Williams legs. I think it would save you like $50. This bit here, so again, the SSF, this is your surround sound and your sound in general. That Cleveland Design has SSF as well as solenoids, all the boards. It'd be crazy not to do that unless you're picking and choosing here. From what I've learned, is SSF is almost a must with this. The solenoids, if you like the popping of the bumpers and the flippers, all of that stuff, right? The solenoids bring that extra extra kick to the machine itself. The surround sound is just gonna give you a lot of sound. The Plex I chose, and there's no other options there. That's going to give you the Plex for the blades and everywhere else. The topper, I chose not to do this. This was basically that Cleveland design has a light bar as well as I guess the setup for that. So like the boards themselves and communicating to the LED bar, it's all synced up. The only addition that I'll probably add are little I don't know, spinny lights like what you would see on a police car. What am I thinking? There's a word for it. I'm sure you'll put it in the comments here, but I'm going to get 2 of those, and then the light bar is going to go in the middle. The T-molding, I chose black just because I chose the black legs. Every pinball that I've seen, the T-molding is, or the armor, as some people call it, that always matches the legs. And since I chose black legs, I'm choosing the black T-molding there as well. And that's it. So when I'm kind of scrolling through here, other things that remind me on things to discuss. This 15.6, there's a link in some part of this that gives you the recommendations for the 15.6 monitor and board itself. It's probably up above here. I'm not going to scroll through it, but if you don't see the link there on the recommended screen to purchase, if you message or send an email to Game Room Solutions, which is on the website here, they'll provide you with not only the links for that. If you ask them, hey, I'm looking for like an LED package of things that I need to buy, they'll provide you with an Amazon list as well. But again, if we're talking the Cleveland design, that's going to be your buttons and your all the guts inside it. All right, but just remember that the Amazon list is only your LEDs. So this is outside of the Cleveland design package with all the guts. I will say that the Amazon list that was provided, I went through it and I had I don't know, some of the items, but for what it is, with the things that I was trying to do and the people I was talking with on the Facebook groups and other miscellaneous groups of people, they provided a list of other items to get that worked really well with their builds themselves. So I'll put in links throughout the videos that I'm looking at, but the art blades, I've got 144 LED lights on each panel, and I've got underlighting and backlighting, all of which weren't on that Amazon list from Game Room Solutions. Those were like the blades in the panels. I think were on there, and I think there were other items that weren't really related to the LEDs. So it really just depends. I mean, Game Room Solutions provides an excellent ability to customize your builds, and that's what it's all about. And that kind of brings some challenges along the way because every build is going to be different. But at some point, I think there should be like a standard of, hey, this is how we did all the things. They did provide an excellent tutorial with just getting the cabinet together. But if you've ever built IKEA furniture, I mean, you really can't mess it up. You just want to look for damage and start sticking things, part of the instructions, right? There's not a lot to it. So there wasn't as much detail around the components, and that is what I'd say I was hung up on, and I'm still in the process of completing here, but I think I've got a handle on, what my next steps are. If you're like me, you can get overwhelmed just with it all there. So looking at, baby steps, like what am I going to do in the next hour in this one thing, that in an aggregation, turns out awesome, but you got to focus on little steps at a time. Let me finish scrolling down here on the things, the Photoshop stuff. I chose not to share my art. It took me, I don't know, maybe 3 weeks of back and forth to get all the templates that I needed. And what I mean by that is I got all the templates, and I did not receive the speaker template. So if you choose a full body wrap and you don't get a speaker template, you might have to request it. Other things, really the only complaint that I have so far, and I have expressed it to the team here, outside of shipping, right, you want to check to see if there's any damage. But if there is, just reach out to them, and they seem to be very receptive to make it right, which is awesome. The only thing I'm a little disappointed in, and I'm trying to provide the feedback that, hey, this is a problem, and though I might be the only customer that's ever noticed it, since I have noticed it, maybe we should tailor to it. So it would be awesome if, if I received an extra template and then a reprint, but I don't think that's going to happen. What I mean by that is the templates have the cutouts on all of your slabs of, the paneling. But the coin door only has the cutout for the actual coin door. But when you install the coin door, there's also a little border, maybe an inch beyond the cut. So there's no outlines on that. So if you choose to create art that's right, next to, or even, a bleeding edge between the cutout and your art, it's very likely the coin door will still cover up some of that art. Not a huge deal, right? I was hoping for maybe a 1/4 inch border around the coin door. It's not a big deal. It probably worked out for the better anyway. But still, knowing that that's there, they should probably update the template. And then the other bit is the speakers on the back box. Same sort of story. The cutout for the speaker is there, but not the grill itself. The grill's probably an inch, and it just so happened to be that the border that I was trying to get on there was about an inch. So it fit perfectly without the border, but I can definitely tell that that's exactly what the problem is. So if, Game Room Solutions, if you're listening, you did a great job. The build out is looking fantastic. I'm about halfway through. The only recommendations I have for you is to update the template on the front of the cabinet around the coin door to provide the outlines of the coin door itself, as well as the grills, an outline for the grill. Outside of that, I see no issues. It's been a stressful yet enjoyable experience, and I'm almost done with it. So I'm scrolling through here. We've got the audio, computer. I built out a small cube computer that can handle 4K. And if you're looking at any standard video card at this point, it very well could be, handling 4K, no problem. Let's see here. We got the legs. There's nothing else here to really talk through here. So yeah, there's the website or the email, and that is it. So I've got a series here that a number of 20-minute videos. I'm trying to make these, in small, chewable size videos here. And only recommendation I would say is all the little stuff you'll probably have to start purchasing, because you'll get the cabinet and then you'll find that you're really stuck here until you get all the little things, or at least along the way. What I mean by that is you're not going to want to put the panels on both sides until you get that HD matrix, or that matrix LED like slab that's going behind Plex here in the center of your cabinet, because that piece there, if you install that and you put on all your items, your HD matrix and your LED blade is not going to fit underneath that HD matrix panel. You'll see along the video that what I'm describing, but you'll want at least the LED blades and the HD matrix so that you can put your cabinet together, so you can get legs on it and work on from there. But that's really the only tidbits I can provide here. We'll see you in the next video.